Starting recording now. Welcome to episode 14. I like calling them episodes because then it makes me feel like we're actually playing a game on TV, like Critical Role. Oh no, does that say 13?
No! It says 14.
That says 14, but on the page it says. There we go.
Jimmy, could part of your recap start being what the name of the episode would be if you had to name it?
Yes.
One where they get 9 vulture eggs.
What did I...
today.
I think I called this last one Light, Dark, and Weary.
Last week on Time for Strixhaven.
The one that I had given, the title I'd given to this before it started was End of the Trials. So one can help.
Part 3.
That's this episode here.
We have to do it now.
Right. All right, recap. The party slept off a level of exhaustion in a forest filled with howling creatures. Hattie and Bracken scouted it out only to find Barkests and a flaming portal to an unknown location. Indigo tried to let an exhausted but sexually frustrated Lorene down easy by claiming interest in the athletic superstar Bank. The party ventured into some grasslands where Ovi had a transcendent meeting with an entity calling itself the Light. He accepted its charge to expose that which was hidden and received a divine gift of protection against necrotic magic. The Light seemed to direct Ovi and the party to a corrupted swamp where they encountered one of their antidote ingredients. Using a variety of magic and sleight of hand, the party stole enough corrupted vulture's eggs for all members of the party and moved on to find the final piece, a flower known to be found near fallen logs and trees. They used Zenmoira's pixies-turned horses to cut through another grassland environment, this one with a giant pit guarded by 4 armed fiends. Bypassing this hex with the benefit of the additional speed from Zen's horses, the party landed in one of the final 2 forest terrain hexes, desperate and exhausted. Here they encountered giant phase spiders and began to plow their way through the webs, hoping to find the elusive Pixie's parasol.
Yeah, that's what we're in, is initiative.
Mm-hmm.
You are an initiative. So, this, we finished one round of initiative, and we will... Well, actually, let me make sure I've got that one up and ready to go. Yes, I do. Let me do a couple of things before we finish initiative here.
Nice.
I want to go to... So, as a reminder, you are in Forest 22, way at the back here, right? So you kind of snuck through the desert. You did desert, forest, grassland, swamp, grassland with the horses and the big pit, and you are in the forest with phase spiders now. Also, you are all exhausted, meaning that all of your ability checks are at disadvantage. Mm-hmm. You are at entering the forest hex. You had an hour, since you took a level of exhaustion in the swamp, you had 1 hour remaining in the swamp, 1 hour crossing the grasslands and the horses, and you're now in the forest hex, which will take you 3 hours to get across. Once you hit the next 8 hours, you'll take a second level of exhaustion. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we are... Nope. This one. Yeah. So I drew in some spider webs here because I specifically wanted to showcase that Lorene has a flaming sphere that is carving a path ahead of you through the webs. You've defeated 3 of the 5 phase spiders. This one's blocking Delta's path. Delta is in the shape of a great wolf spider.
Oh, that's right.
And this one is still at large here. So back at the top of initiative is MacGruber, then Ovi, then Delta. You are here.
And I'm pretty sure...
Did you have
I have
a cannon out?
Yeah, I think my flaming cannon.
Okay, I'm going to put a little... Do you know where it was?
It was close to me, because there was a spider up here that it attacked. So.
Yep. Okay.
I would like to cast Catapult.
Catapult. Okay.
So I assume there's some type of deadened earth rock limb I can catapult. It says any object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range.
If you're not holding it, I'll need you to take a look around. And here's what we'll do. We'll do a perception check. If it's 15 or higher, you find it and can use it. If it's between 10 and 15, you find it, but you can't use this time. If it's below 10, that's your turn, is looking for this, and you don't find it this turn, but you'd find it for use next turn.
Here, I have a 3-pound hammer on me.
Great. That sounds like a plan.
All right, so I would like to... it flies in a straight line up to 90 feet, and I get to choose when it falls to the ground. So I can go, like, over Delta and Lorene. And
Well, it's a straight line, so you'd need to get line of sight for this thing.
Oh,
so you'd have to
yes.
move here. I'd give you line of sight to
Okay,
it there.
perfect.
All right. Now, do you attack or do I dodge?
Dexterity saving throw of DC 15.
Fails.
Excellente. How much damage does this bad boy do?
I didn't even think about it.
4d8. Let's go. That's a 10, unfortunately.
Pyramids.
Can I steal one of yours?
Pyramid.
8A.
Alright.
You want some more 8s for fun?
5.
Just some other 8s would be nice.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage as you hurl this hammer. It sinks into its abdomen. You said 11?
Yes.
And you hear it rear back on its hind legs as it looks furiously past Delta at you. Anything else you want to do?
I would like to use the rest of my movement to go get my hammer back.
Okay, it's stuck in the spider.
Yeah, so I'll go as far as Delta is. I don't want to...
That's as far as you can go.
Perfect.
Okay. Anything else? Ovi, your turn. You are here.
Sure, why not? I am going to play this quirky little riff on my guitar and cast Nethair's Mischief over this.
Ooh.
So I'm rolling a d4 here. Let's see what happens.
What is the radius on that? Is it 20?
It's 20 feet, but I'm doing the one in front of me, not Hattie.
This one
Right
here?
there.
Or this
Yeah.
one here?
Nope. The one in front of me, not Delta.
Gotcha. Because Hattie's over here. Okay.
Correct. Sorry.
All right. So to describe what this looks like, I have waited probably 3 years to use this spell successfully, and I cannot wait to see what it does.
Well, when Ovi plays it, like the air gets distorted, almost like a heat wave coming off his guitar and heading to the area. And I rolled a 3, which means your spider needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
No, they're
dumb.
11.
Fail. That means it starts giggling uncontrollably and is incapacitated. So
That
cannot do
sounds
anything.
terrifying.
Probably sounds, yeah, horrible. Everything, that the whole place suddenly is erupting in flower petals that are all around it. And then I am going to try moving on south. Moving on by.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll keep in mind that as you are walking, the ground is sticky and you feel your feet like it's making it harder. It's not fully difficult terrain, but it's gross and it's getting stuck to your shoes. And it's something worth noting that eventually this could start to slow you up, but it hasn't yet.
At this point, Obi definitely says, probably too loudly, I really don't like nature.
So it flops on its back, and you see it not doing this like like the Cruciatus curse, where it's clearly like this. This is like it's like belly laughing, all of you would see. I think this is an unusual action for a creature. So, Hattie, this would be a first. Delta, your turn.
I'm a spider,
Mm-hmm.
so the web
And Lorraine is on top of you.
the web does not
Slow you down.
slow me down.
Okay.
The spider ignores movement restriction caused by webbing, because I am the web.
Okay.
It's me. Are we trying to kill this? Trying to kill these guys? Okay, that's a bummer.
Do you
I
feel
get
some type of kinship towards
yeah.
them?
they're- I don't know. I just feel sad killing animals. We're gonna bite. I think that's the only thing I can do is bite.
Okay.
So,
Bite attack for your spider.
yeah, I guess.
Or you great wolf.
I am.
I got
Yep.
stats here if you need
So, +3.
it. Ooh. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Hit 1d6 plus 1 piercing damage.
1 point of damage.
2,
Okay.
and you must make a DC Constitution saving throw.
Constipation.
You're constipated now.
7.
You needed an 11, DC
Okay.
11 Constitution saving throw, taking 2d6 poison damage on a failed save.
Nice.
There's the extra
Sink
D.
it in. The extra D.
9.
Okay. You see this thing start to recoil as it really does not know what's going on. However, it is still a
Taste
beast.
of your own medicine.
It is actually going to use its... it's going to take a bite attack at you
Okay.
back for a... Oh, that's not too bad. 19 to hit.
Well, yeah.
Um,
Do we?
oh, come on. 10 points of piercing damage, again in your spider form. I don't know how many hit points you have.
Not a lot.
I think we have more than 10 though.
11.
Yeah.
Nice.
You need to make a constitution saving throw.
I sure do. And that is not going to do it.
All right.
So I am out.
You are going to drop. As you feel the fangs of this thing sink into you, you revert back and you're going to continue to take the damage.
Yes.
Base spiders are better. 14. 21 points of poison damage.
So I would take 1 from the last point and then 20.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Well, that's-
And then as a bonus action, you see this blink out of existence. It disappears from sight.
what happens to Lorraine?
She's on the bucking bronco. It attacks you.
Well, yeah, she's not a
She's on-
spider anymore,
She's
so...
on me, right? So
falls
I,
off.
Oh,
she falls.
she's
into
just
it.
in the ground next to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I want to be clear. It didn't teleport. Something about it. It's like it stepped through the veil into somewhere else.
And it's just not here anymore.
This one cannot move until the start of Ovi's next turn, and it has to. What does it say, Seth? It has to use its movement. The giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all its movement to move in a random direction. So you want to roll a d4 for me? We'll do a clock face. 1, 2, 3, 4. North, south, east, west. North, east, southwest.
Why? That's not the effect of 3.
What are you reading? I said it says a giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all its movement to move in a random direction.
Oh, I haven't finished. Yeah, that's correct. I apologize.
Roll a d4 for me.
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. So north, south, east, south. It's going to go down.
Okay.
I can't really get it off there, but it's going to use its movement to go south. It is also, though, like drunkenly laughing. It cannot do anything. Hattie, your turn, and then Indigo.
I'm so jarred by hearing northeast, southwest because that isn't like hurting my brain, honestly.
Sorry.
No, I've never thought about how crazy that sounds when you do it like that.
Instead of north, south, east, west.
What did you
Yeah.
say?
I was trying to think of it in terms of a clock
Northeast,
face,
south.
like 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I know. I've just like literally my
Northeast,
brain has
southwest.
never encountered that information in the correct order. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and hit a run and dash.
Okay, let me ask this question. Is the objective to GTFO right now, or are you trying to finish them off? I'm
I
asking
would-
the whole group.
GTFO?
I would personally
Yeah,
like to
GTFO.
Yeah, but I'd also like to look around and see if I see any like medicinal plants.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm okay us coming out of initiative because you will get out of range. What I will say is Lorene's fireball is going to continue to carve that. She only has it for a minute. And I will let you all decide what you... let's do this. We're going to come out of initiative as you all begin to head that direction. What I'll tell you is the spiders, A, that was not all the spiders, and B, they aren't necessarily ignoring you now that you're kind of out of their space. So I will let you have a short, what's the plan to get through 3 hours of this hex?
We just need to get through these webs, right?
I
Or
mean,
do
I've
we
got
just
create
not-
bonfire. I can just
But what if
Wait,
they're-
wasn't
create
there a
like a
portal
fire
in this
torch.
that we didn't
We're not
see, but
supposed
we
to know
know
about it.
is there?
No, you don't know
I
that.
don't
Erase
think
that
so.
from your brain.
I don't recall seeing a.
what if there's
Portal?
flowers under these webs, though?
You also can make, anybody that wants to can make an investigation or a nature roll.
I'm gonna do that while everyone's.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
With disadvantage?
Yes, with disadvantage because you're exhausted.
If we help, can we give advantage and make it a respect
Yes, you
roll?
could make it neutral if you wanted to.
I'm assisting.
And somebody has Bardic Inspiration for the next few minutes, right? Who did you give that to last turn?
Me. I wrote it down. Bardic Inspiration.
To Delta. So
Yes.
if you want to add that, you're welcome to as well.
Sure. That's a 1d4.
How about a 12, Jimmy?
I got an investigation of 16.
I'm looking for 15 or higher. Anybody get 15 or higher?
Yeah, I did.
We did.
Okay. You do not find the Pixie's Parasol. You do find more. You've been in virtually all the forest hexes, all but
The
one.
pink stuff.
So 16 is the last forest hex available to you. You do find more of that fairy stool if you want to. That seems to be the forest plant available. But there is no yellow flowers in this hex.
Roger that.
16?
15 or higher. 15 or higher, you can feel reasonably certain that Pixie's Parasol are not in this hex.
Okay.
Does that information
Okay.
get communicated to us? Members of the party?
Why would it not be?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked some up. I just hold it up as like just more of this.
All right, let's GTFO.
Yeah.
All right, I know some of you have... Go ahead. What's the plan to get through this hex?
Can I use create bonfire to make a sort of torch to like?
Yes, you can. That's also a cantrip. It's something
Burn
you could
the
spam
way,
if
yeah.
you wanted to. It's just
Can I
going to
just
be...
firebolt, cantrip through these webs, I guess?
Yep.
Hacking my way with a dagger, I guess. Just
I'm just holding my Eldritch Cannon in my hand and just flamethrowing.
How long does that last?
Oh, it's a while. Let me see.
I feel like we're just going to burn this entire forest to the ground.
I prefer we
it's
did
very wet and sticky.
It is
Okay.
very wet and sticky, but it is very susceptible to fire.
It doesn't have a time on it.
I thought it was like 1 hour, but...
We're trying to
It
go
says
through the hill,
resets
right?
on special. I don't know.
Are
what
there
that
any
means.
spiders around us?
No, the fire is keeping them
Yeah, 1
at
hour.
bay. As you're walking through, though, you are seeing these things kind of blip in and out of existence. But again, it looks like a shimmer, like they're going through a veiled curtain into somewhere else, and you see them kind of popping in and out. The fire, though, is keeping them at bay. as you plow through. It is unpleasant in every way as you go through this.
Where are we headed to?
Where are you headed is my next question. You're here, Forest 22.
Have we been to any hill terrain?
No, let's try the hill. Yeah.
At
It's
least-
on the way to the next forest anyway, so yeah, it's most direct.
Okay. Let's see what number is that.
Is that where we're trying to go? Is the next
Are
forest?
we convinced that they're in
I
the
don't think
forest?
there's pixie. After I found more fairy stool for the third forest in a row, I think the forest ain't where the pixie parasol is. I could be wrong, but
I was thinking we go to grassland after the hill. But
We have, yeah, that's fair. We have been in one grassland. We
Why
have
don't
not
we
been
go to
in-
the grassland first and then work our way back?
Here's the one reminder I will do since you would have just asked this minutes ago. When you asked Lorene for her help, her advice, which you would have just heard, was if Pixie Parasol is around trees and fallen logs, it seems unlikely that the hexes that do not have any trees, such as grassland and hills, would be where it is. That was her contribution.
Roger.
Which then,
Living it out to the fullest, watching and wearing. You see
Um,
that?
all right, yeah.
However,
We're on the
she
next-
is not the expert on this, and so take that with a grain of salt. She's as educated as she can, but you did just ask her for that,
Yeah.
and that was her answer. So,
I trust Lorene. She's pretty smart.
I trust Lorraine. She's
Um,
pretty smart.
so we've hit every forest
I think-
except the one that we need. It
Should
sounds
we
like.
nap in the hill?
Like on the hill, so we got a good like line of sight.
Yeah.
It is called hill singular, so there's just one hill in that entire.
That sounds exhausting.
That's true. And
I'm back
it's
in the
probably easier to navigate than the mountain.
Yeah, it has to be shorter just due to the nomenclature.
Where did we see the last portal? That show or that
I
Hattie
think
and
that
Bracken
was in Swamp 12.
nope, it was in Forest 9.
9.
Where we
Whoa,
napped.
it was way back then. All right. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
What
been a
time
while
of
since
what
we
time of
rested,
day
guys.
is it?
I was just about to tell you that, so let's see.
Gotta wait out for those nighttime portals again.
Nice pet.
4,
Very fun.
5,
Nice felt tip. I like it.
Comes in lots of different colors.
4 a.m. So you would have started this day at pretty much 4 a.m. It was right before daylight.
Dang, we're efficient.
So let's see, 7, 10, 1, 2. As you come out of the forest, it's 5 p.m.
And we can't long rest again until the next morning, right?
No,
Until
you would be out of that window. You could rest now because let's see. No, I think I said twice in 24 hours. So you would need to wait. What's the math on that?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. 3 more hours, and then you could long rest.
And also, how much time do we have before this curse just takes us out?
I think we're in the middle of the second day, or right, like
Another
evening of
day,
this.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be morning of tomorrow would be the 48 hours death window.
Okay.
So probably whatever that is, like
Okay, maybe we should just
like
look
15
into the
hours
rest
we
then.
probably got left. 15 to
It's not a lot.
probably like 9, 10 tomorrow morning. We're just dead. I mean, like kind of dead. We got these cloaks. Like,
I mean,
Right.
unless we find a portal, we're not making it back.
well, we're just like make the potions here, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can make potions then. Right. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to the hill and then to the forest?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Okay.
As you enter, I want to make sure I'm logging this correctly. As you enter the hills, the forest hex that is covered in these spider webs, finally you start to see a thinning. The spiders begin to retreat from what is still some daylight left. It's only 5 p.m. And you begin to walk out to the fresh air and breeze and somewhat of a relief of a hill country before you. This has been different than the grassland. The grassland was kind of these rolling kind of hills. The hill is slightly more mountainous. You'll notice this hill in particular is between two mountain hexes. So to your east, or kind of to your northwest and your southeast, you see these giant mountain ranges, and you're kind of going through this V of these lower lands through that space. There's two features of the hill hex that you notice pretty much right away. One is popping up. Well, actually, before all of this happens, let me make one commentary. Hattie, as soon as you enter this hex, the amulet around you starts to, the waxy kind of pine cone thing, blossoms ever so slightly and starts to slowly rotate on your chest. Nothing magical, like nothing major happens, but you feel it moving there on your chest.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Magical pine cone spinning.
And I will say nobody notices. This is so kind of insignificant, and because you're exhausted, you're the only one that really knows this, but I want you to know. As you go into this hex, you see, the first feature you see are these little creatures. I'm going to tell you, I'll blow it up for you, but you see these little creatures all over kind of the craggy hills.
They could be nice.
You're not really sure if they're creatures or
adorable.
not. You'll notice that they still have woody roots, and they don't really have feet, but they appear to be here. They're motionless, and they don't seem to react as you look at them in the distance. But they're not grouped in bunches. They kind of pop up all over the place as you're kind of trekking your way through. The other thing you hear is way up high, coming out of the mountains, you spot the most enormous bird that you have seen. And you have spotted it with enough notice for you to tell me how you want to travel. If you want to just keep trekking along, there's a chance you could be spotted, so you can talk about stealth or disguise or something like that. Or you can decide to do nothing and see how it reacts. Those are your choices.
How tall is the grass we're in?
It's mountainy, kind of mossy ground. It's not really like the grasslands had these tall grasses. You feel reasonably exposed.
Garrett's immediately gonna like crouch
No.
down and be like, "What the fuck is this bird doing?"
I'm going to tell everyone, duck down and hold your fire.
Okay.
That's what I was
Obi.
doing.
I'll
If-
listen.
I'm not shooting, but if it swipes at me, I'm hitting it.
Obi,
If it makes the first move,
you're a snack. And
Can
not
I
if you want to be.
ready speak with animals in case it does attack?
Yeah, you can.
Because if it does attack, I'd like to shout at it, "No, we're not here to hurt you."
I point
These
to my
aren't your
I point
eggs.
to my gun and then look at Hattie and just mime. I can't hear what you're saying. It's so crazy.
Jimmy, in my perfect world, I stick out my arm and it lands on my hand. But
Okay.
I
And
know
to
it's
be
not
clear,
all up, but
when I say this is big, this is considered a gargantuan creature, which means it has like 100-foot wingspan.
Sick.
I mean, it is dragon size bird,
okay. Yeah, we're just
which
going
is
to be...
not quite as big as I have it on here, but it is quite large. And it is kind of doing a vulture circle around. If y'all are going to keep walking, y'all can decide what you want to do, also keeping an eye on whatever these little fixtures are.
Is
Tell me
it
the
Let's
plan.
walk non-threateningly.
How tall are these little fixture creature thingies?
They're 12 inches, 14 inches tall.
All right, I wanted
Can't
them to
hide.
be taller than us and attract its attention.
Can we like
It's probably
do like what's the scene in Harry Potter where you have to like bow to the creature
Yeah,
in
the
order to
hippogriffs.
the hippogriffs? Like, if we just do like a bowing gesture, like,
Maybe
will
could-
it acknowledge us?
Yeah, like show it a sign of respect. Yeah.
Nature check to see if anybody knows anything about this type of bird.
Yes, you can. But Hattie, I will tell you, you know what this is. This is a bird called a rock. It is not actually a beast. It's a monstrosity, and they are almost always malevolent.
Cool.
So bowing?
No, I think upon further review,
Do I know anything else about them?
That you can roll for.
Okay. What sort of role would you like?
Nature or survival, your choice. Or just an intelligence check if you want to.
Not great.
I'll pick the highest of whatever.
What if I
those are.
started a big fire to like distract it?
21.
but away from
21.
Yeah, and then we left.
This thing could kill any of you with a single
Yeah, I already knew that.
stealthy.
attack with very little effort.
Let's
This
be-
thing is not equal to you.
Then
You
I'm not-
cannot take this thing on
Yeah,
as a
I
group.
know that. I'm not trying to.
Can I can I cast pass without a trace on
You
everyone,
can.
and then it lasts for an hour?
And then we pass without a trace.
But it only lasts for an hour.
And then
Okay.
we do the thing.
Great. So if pass without a trace means you can go stealthy, and using Hattie, you can go stealthy at a normal pace with pass without trace. So why don't you all do a group stealth check for me? And you
Oh,
get to add...
Disadvantage.
What'd you say?
Natural 20. You
Natural
forgot
20.
even
Aren't we at
existed.
disadvantage?
It
though?
is at disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh.
Now, the way group checks work, though, is it's kind of a plus minus. Like, if enough people do really well, it'll offset the ones that don't do as well.
I got an 18 then.
Bracken kills it. Lorene actually does really well, and Zen Moira and her pixies do the best.
I got a 17.
I rolled 2 14s, so that's a 19.
You get to add 10. 19 total plus your 10.
So that would be 29.
29. Pass without a trace gives everyone within 30 feet of Delta a plus 10 to your stealth.
Oh, then I got 29.
Oh, shit.
20.
So I got an 18.
Yeah, I did a crit fail, so
Then I
I
got
also did a crit fail.
Ooh.
22.
She rolled a... Did you roll natural 20 with disadvantage?
No.
Okay. You have to roll a disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Right. I got a 22.
22.
With a plus 10?
no, like the 22 was with the 10, so roll a
With the
12.
10.
Probably.
Yeah, sounds good. With the success of your friends, it does net you positive. You are able to go keeping... tell me what it does to magically kind of shroud you all from the sight of this bird. What does this spell do? Narratively.
Narratively, it's I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Fart cloud.
Covers
No,
us
I mean,
in
I think of
loss.
like the invisibility cloak. Like it just like kind of magically unfolds as I cast it from my hands, and then it just
We all have a light
Or like a
shimmer to
camouflage
us.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like, in the military, they have those nets that from the sky is kind of indistinguishable from
oh yeah.
stuff. So kind of just like, and it moves with you,
Uh-huh.
kind of unfolding. I like that. Tell me anything else that you want to do as you work your way through this hex.
I'll look for
Are-
some good plants. Ooh.
Yeah, are these creatures attached to the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Like by a root structure?
Leave them alone.
No.
Leave Brittany alone.
Can I make a perception check to see if I happen to spot any of those flowers just as we're walking?
Yep, you can do perception, investigation, or nature. Well, actually do perception or investigation.
The way he's saying it means they're not there.
Yeah,
Can
I know.
Can I
24.
24. And now these are disadvantage, right? As ability checks.
Sorry.
18.
You're very certain they are not there.
can I do
12.
They are not.
12. They are not visible. You don't find anything with those rolls. Did anybody roll over a 20?
I would like to do a nature check for if I remove one of these creatures from
Okay.
the ground.
As you get close to one of these creatures, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Is he still under this cloak?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I would like to burn one of my luckies, and I get a 15.
15. As you begin to get close, you get 10 feet away from one of these things, and you see its face snap and lock eyes with you. And you see as you kind of get entranced by these dark circle eyes that they have, and they begin to pull something out of your essence, and you lose one of your highest spell slots. As if you had cast a spell.
Come on.
God, you're so stupid.
Stick with the group.
Oh, we're all here. Like I thought I was passing without a trace. All right. Well, after it does that, I'm pretty cool on taking one.
Avoid these things.
Just so you know, the longer you stay within this radius, it's going to keep doing that. Just so you know.
So let's go. I'm like tugging at his arm.
Does it have a mouth?
No.
Okay. I retreat.
Okay. As you make your way through the hills and begin to enter the forest hex, you have you feel the exhaustion set in, and you hit your second 8 hours. So everyone is at a second level of exhaustion, which means your speed is halved.
Oh, good.
Guys, let's take a nap.
I think if we nap, we wake up dead tomorrow. Crap.
I don't feel very
However, as you come back into a forest realm, everything about this forest experience is, again, different than what you've experienced. There's something fanciful and whimsical about this space. The trees are multicolored, and the flowers tend to have weird patterns on them, like polka dots, and you hear birds with these long feathers, long tails, kind of making their way around. And sure enough, in the distance, you finally spot. Hattie, I will also tell you, in this hex, your amulet is still moving. You enter a glade that is covered in mirrors. It looks like shattered glass, but it's thinner. However, it is incredibly reflective. And so you're not just seeing the forest. It feels busy and like Funhouse. It's redirecting your attention and reflecting other things. There's a sense of it's a little hard to know what's real and what's not. However, you see a glade of these beautiful yellow flowers.
Time out. Real quick, may I?
Yeah.
Just to be clear, when we were fighting the spiders, I wanted to say, didn't like the Gruber get hit pretty bad? Who got hit?
I got hit for half my points.
Yeah, I'm like half.
I need 11 more points.
Okay. While we were doing this, would there have been any time for me to heal?
Sure. Absolutely. That was a big sigh.
Yeah, I'm just realizing how few spell slots I have left. Okay, great. Good to know that I could have, but I have not yet. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
We don't even know what we're missing.
Yeah. I'm watching. I'm watching. Fully refractive.
What you see, so are you healing or not healing? What's the plan?
No.
I'm not.
You're not healing. Okay. Sounds good. As you see this flower, that you can, all of you get this sense of you are so close. Like this will solve your problem. Two things happen. The pixies, Vixie, Trixie, Dixie, and Maud, fly off of Zen and begin to, almost as if they're hypnotically drawn to these flowers, you see all of their limbs are kind of limp at their side, and they begin to attract themselves, going ahead of you towards the flowers. You also see pixies begin to pop out of these flowers, only these pixies look like they are rabid. Their skin has gone ashen. Their eyes are black. Their fangs they're foaming at the mouth. And you see them all pop out of these flowers and look at all of you as you begin to approach. As soon as the pixies, Zen Moira's pixies, get close to the flowers, you see the color begin to fade slightly from their bodies, and you see them begin to get that same kind of pale, ashen look on their face, their eyes going black, and little foam start to fall from their mouth. And they begin to join kind of this buzz and this hum, this hissing sound as you all approach. You get the sense, especially Hattie, this is what a creature would do if it feels like its space, its territory is being invaded. You get the sense they are protecting what they believe is theirs. Zen Moira is the first to react, and she begins to call frantically to them to come back. What would you like to do?
How many of these flowers do you think we need?
Can we
The same number of eggs.
negotiate with these pixies?
The Cujo pixies is who you're trying to talk to?
These look like,
They're like skin sloughing off.
yeah.
Ew, stop.
That could cause fear.
What if we give some of their skin back and then they'll be nice
Ew,
to
David.
us?
What if we enlarge one of the flowers and they all go to that one?
I mean, they're only pixies. Like, what if we just, like, caught them?
What if you just like put them in your pocket?
Yeah, if I had as many pockets, I would. I appreciate the suggestion.
Huh.
Was that the
I
that
think-
happened?
Go ahead. Ovi is going to send out 3 of the blue songbirds to the fairies just to the north, right side of the screen. Top.
Over here?
Yep.
Okay.
They have a range of 30 feet. So maybe if I move 15 feet first and then
What's happening?
Okay.
send up the fairies.
So you're sending the birds over here?
Yep. But move me first 15 feet before that happens so the birds can make it to the far one. I did 15, and then they have a range of 30, so that should get one of them up to the 3rd flower.
like right over here.
Yeah.
As soon as the birds reach them, all hell breaks loose. And you begin to see all of them begin to transform. So, here's what we're going to do.
It was only a matter of time.
Oh, we.
It was inevitable.
Come on,
They were
this
just birds. They're just birds.
they
I was
are.
about to send a mage hand to one
I
of
don't.
them.
They're not discriminating against who is invading their territory.
I was going to ask what the political alignments were between birds and pixies, but it's fun.
Oh,
So
What are these?
these ones up here turn into owls. These ones down here turn into frogs, like giant ones.
Like a bullywug?
Obviously.
Yeah, but more.
More frog, less sentient.
Yeah, more what you've seen the pixies turn into before. And then Zins turn into both frogs, 2 frogs, and two owls. And they
That's what we
all
wanted
to tell
look at
which
you.
ones are
So,
them.
Can mod please turn into something different but slightly weird?
say what?
Can mod turn into something different but slightly weird?
Yes, I will
Like a
take any
50-50,
ideas.
like a half frog, half owl. Like she was.
Like, I would even be fine with like a cross-eyed frog.
We can tell which ones are Zens, though.
The Zins are the colors, so they have those kind of pastel-y colors.
Is that Gale?
They're right here. All right, everyone roll initiative
Gale.
for me.
Get here. Get here.
Damn it.
Well, I got 24.
Okay, tell me what you got. 24.
26.
14.
Oh, I got
13.
I got 9.
And
Oh,
Hattie?
hold on. No, I got 18, 19, 21. So I
8.
was adding my spell attack, not my initiative.
Sorry, Shelby, say it one more time.
8.
8.
Try 8.
All right. So, Indigo, true to form.
Her favorite.
As
thing.
Ovi sends out these birds, kind of testing surely they're okay with nature, you see these feral pixies see any approach of these flowers to be threatening. And they are not, they all begin to face you as they transform into these, whether they're drugged or corrupted or whatever the case may be. So, what would you like to do?
Would a 9 nature let me know if these flowers could be easily burned?
I think what I'll give you for free is most flowers can be easily burned.
Don't burn them!
Thanks, Jimmy. Okay.
Pick them!
I see you finally gave us the flower. It'd be a shame if I destroyed them all.
Yeah. Failed experiment. Failed audition, whatever it is.
Let me hit firebolt at this one.
Which one?
The bottom
frog.
one. Yeah.
This one here? Okay, go for it. Firebolt.
Oops, I hit the wrong one, I think. Yep, okay. Don't give me that. Give me that. 18.
18 hits.
And I can't tell, does firebolt like go through?
No, it hits the target and stops.
Okay, 15. Damage.
15 damage. You fire this out. You see this this pixie turned toad you see it beginning to crouch. It leaps into your firebolt. It pierces it through the heart. It immediately reverts back to a pixie, and it does enough damage to kill the pixie, and you see it fall to the ground.
Oh.
Okay. Can I do that again?
Do you have a way to do more actions?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't.
Probably
so.
not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But you do have bonus action and movement.
How many feet till this guy?
Which one? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 feet would get you here.
Aren't we halved, though?
Oh, your speed is at... Well, she can go double. You're right, but it would only be 30 with your cunning action.
That's okay. I was just seeing how the range. I mean, it's less than 120 feet from me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd stay back.
Okay, you want to stay there?
A little farther back.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
All right. Indigo, Delta, your turn.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
And then Garrett, then Ovi.
I think I'm going to use my spirit totem, but I have questions.
Okay.
So when I place it, is it everyone in the aura is affected by it?
Mm-hmm. Well, of your choice.
But all my allies. It could be.
Sure. How big is your aura?
30 feet radius around me.
Radius? Oh, God. Okay. This is enormous. Okay.
When the spirit creates an aura in a 30-foot radius around that point and can be moved up to 60 feet as a bonus action.
Okay. So this is a giant-ass... I'm just going to say pretty much anybody close to you. I think that would... Unless someone gets way over here, I think they're in it. All right. What kind of aura do you cast?
That's what I'm torn about.
Aura of healing. Aura of extra hit points.
Aura of good vibes.
Aura
feel like
of... Maybe we should have used like the reflections to do something.
Yeah, that time came and went.
Can we go back?
Yeah, right.
I would like to cast minor
You
illusion.
can
I'm
use
a
your
mirror
reaction
now.
to grant advantage to that attack roll. So,
So you get one reaction between turns. So someone's attack you could give advantage to. As long as they're within your aura.
You think we're gonna have to kill all these things?
I'm gonna go
Maybe we kill one and
with
like scare them.
the
all.
bear spirit,
Okay?
which gives everyone in my aura 10 temporary hit points and advantage on strength checks and saves.
All right.
Use
Everyone
that.
gets 10 temporary hit points. As I think we talked about a bear head last time, right? Mm-hmm. But you see this kind of mothering bear head begin to shimmer above Delta. And as all of you, kind of as it catches your eye, you get this bolstering sense of strength and stamina as your resolve to finish this task takes over as you are but an inch from death. No, sorry, that's super dramatic.
Okay.
All right, so that's your action or bonus action. How does totems work?
It's a bonus action.
Great, so you can still action and move. What would you like to do?
Then I will... I will produce flame.
Okay.
Do I just throw the flame? Is that
I
what...
think the bottom part says, I think you make just a spell attack, right?
You can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet of you.
Okay. 10, 20. You'd have to move a little closer to this one.
So,
That would be the closest.
is that Zen's
Yes.
theory, though?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't we want to
Otherwise,
not
you can
hurt
move
them?
15 feet.
I don't know if I want to kill Zen's. I guess move me 15 feet over in the frog's direction.
Okay.
And I'm fine.
So you could hit this one and this one, but you're too far from these.
Okay, then
So no action?
no action.
Would you like to hold your action unless
I
if they
will-
get within that range?
Sure, I will hold my...
So you're holding a fireball if it gets close.
No, one of the froggies. Yep.
So not Zen, as long as it's not Zen's. Great. Garrett the Novi.
I hope they saw what just happened to their last froggy friend who got hit by fire. That's all I'm gonna say.
They got angrier.
That makes
Okay, I'm going to... Hold on. I had it up. I'm casting Enemies Abound,
Okay.
and I want to do it on that center frog right in the very middle.
This one here.
Yes.
Okay.
He needs to do an intelligence saving throw. Hopefully these things are not very intelligent.
We will see. I'm fairly certain that's a failure. Yeah, -4 intelligence when they're transformed. So they rolled a 5.
Yeah, so it's a 16 to beat. So now, are they immune to being frightened?
No.
Okay, great. On a failed save, the target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures as its enemies
Nice.
until the spell
Okay.
ends.
I need to somehow mark this one
It's risky.
so that I know. All right, so it's basically what we'll do is it will basically attack whoever's close, whatever is closest to it,
Correct.
because it's hostile and it's going to think everyone's trying to steal its flowers. Every time it takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw. It must choose or charge a random.
I'm kind of mad at the professors of this school. This really sucks.
Enemy provokes an opportunity attack. Blah blah blah. Okay, sounds good. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to use 2 more sorcery points to make that a bonus action.
Actually, can you roll your d20 since you cast the spell, just out of curiosity?
Yep. I'm good.
Okay. You're going to use 2 sorcery points to...
I'm going to quicken that spell to make it a bonus action, so I can do a cantrip. I want to cast Mage Hand,
Okay.
and I want to send it.
You have a 30-foot range on the Mage Hand, which will get you about
Nowhere.
here.
Let me walk over by where Delta is.
Okay. You can get that far with your exhausted speed.
Oh, crap, I'm exhausted. All right, I'm still going to do it. I'm going to cast...
Okay, so you have it out. It can get about 30 feet away from you.
I want to send it towards a flower.
Okay. Well, it can only ever be, I think, 30 feet away from you. So it's hovering about here.
Okay.
Sound good? All right. Ovi and then MacGruber.
So, start of my turn, I will materialize at the very top.
Okay?
Yep, right there. They're all gone, and I would be in that square where it was.
What I'm going to tell you is I just rolled a perception check for the owls. They do not see you materialize there.
Okay,
Dude.
nice. First action, I'm going to pluck a flower.
Okay? I will give you that as a free action. That is seriously, that's not even a second.
Okay, and then I'm going to try making my way back to the party, plucking a second one if possible.
Okay?
One.
So you can move down here.
Yep.
That will be your action to get 2 flowers. How about that?
That sounds great. I have 2 flowers. Does anything happen to them once I pluck the flowers?
Nope. They are beautiful and glowing and, yeah, very tangled-ish, like drops of sunshine.
That's what I was
Okay.
imagining.
That's my turn.
Wait, why did they not attack you, Ovi?
They didn't see me at first.
Well, at first. We'll see what they can do now that you are actively taking their flowers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, actually, let's do this. It'll be a disadvantage, but if you want to do sleight of hand, I'll see if you can take it without them seeing. Let's have some fun with this.
Oh, not one. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So they definitely see you. All
Yep.
right. Okay, you have 2 flowers, MacGruber, then Hattie.
With MacGruber seeing Ovi on Flower Steel, I'd like to advance up to this dotted line.
Okay, you can go about that far with your exhaustion.
Okay, and
I'm
then
kind of fudging this a little bit.
make an exaggerated gesture to the owls by Ovi, and then just shoot the one closest next to him.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good call, good call.
So, natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. The sound of the gunshot, it is a perfect hit.
And
Can
it
I
scares
borrow
everyone
a
else away.
D10?
Just 10.
Actually, I'm just going to roll in double mine.
I thought some Moira's fairies were too tired to do anything after horsing. But they seem to be doing something.
That's 20 points of damage.
20
Or no,
points.
16 points of damage.
You see this one also revert back to a pixie and fall to the ground.
That was big. That was
And
really
then I
big.
do
for
the I got you to Ovi.
However, you, with the gunshot, all attention is now on you. Anything else you want to do?
No.
All right. Hattie, your turn.
I wish that I had more hit points.
Did you get your 10 temporary hit points?
I did, but I'm
Alright.
still very dead, my guy.
So you're going to Rambo straight into the middle of it?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, if we each killed one, then we'd be in pretty good shape.
I'd like to go ahead
we're
and
doing our
fire
part, isn't it?
my bow at someone.
Okay. Pick someone, any someone.
I don't know. Just whoever's closest.
Well, these are all closest. These are all Zen's pixies.
Then not those.
Okay, so the next closest would probably be these frogs or these owls.
Let's go for frogs because they're not as cute.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Let's say, got this guy here.
1d8 plus 3, so that's 8.
What's the bonus you get with your bow, right? Don't you get something special with your bow? And you get a second attack because you're at level 5. Right? I'm trying to remember what we wrote about this. Is it a fear thing?
I can use a charge to do psychic damage.
There you go.
I don't really feel like I need to do that, though, because I just crit that person.
So you did 8. What'd you roll on your dice on the 1d8?
5.
5 doubles to 10, add 3. So this one drops. They have 12 hit points. So you drop this one, who also reverts back to a pixie and falls to the ground. That's 1 hit, so you can fire a second arrow with your extra attack.
Great. I'll fire at the next closest one.
Okay, which is this guy.
That's probably not going to hit 11.
11 just misses.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's not.
All right. Anything else you want to do? Do you want Chessie to do anything?
I kind of don't want her to die, so no.
Give you a pat on
Or
the
wait,
back for that
actually,
crit.
can she try to go take a flower?
Yeah, do an animal handling check for her to see if she can understand what you need her to do.
Of course she
I
can.
mean, it's only what we've been talking about all day.
She's a smart puppy.
10?
10? Well, I'll remind you, even with a dash, she's also exhausted and poisoned.
Oh, poor baby.
So I will say she can go 10, 20, and then 10, 20 for her dash. So we'll let her try to run grab these.
Okay.
Chessie is a beautiful yellow color, though. I will say that. She's beautifully golden.
All right. So I'm going to try to do this efficiently. We have 2 owls that are mortified that their stuff's being taken. The Zen's pixies are turning on you. They believe that you are here to steal their stuff. And so they are going to begin to charge you. This one, let's see.
I think that'd be an attack of opportunity from that middle one, right? Because those are all enemies of his.
I'm going to have this one come back over here. He's going to attack this frog here. Actually, they can dash, so they can get close.
Imagine not being exhausted.
They're going to ignore the dog because they see you all as... So, let's start here. Actually, I'm just going to roll a whole bunch of...
What about our friends? Did they...
they'll go last. I always have them go at the end of initiative, so I don't have to worry about kind of rolling them in. For the sake of expediency, I'm just going to roll either all hits. Let's see. One. So we have... here. I've got to do this methodically. Delta, 15 to hit. Does that hit you?
I believe it does.
Okay, 6 points
No,
of...
no, it doesn't. I'm 16.
It doesn't? All right. Garrett. Misses with a natural 3. Indigo. 16. That hits. 6 points of piercing damage from this frog. Actually, it's one of Zen's frogs, unfortunately. I need you to make a... or you're grappled at this point, which just means your speed is 0. This back one here is going to take a big chunk out of this one, who's going to lose... Purple is going to lose half their hit points. 2 owl attacks against Macklin. A natural 20 and a 1. So you'll take 12 points of damage from the red one and nothing from the other one.
I would like to cast a shield as a reaction.
Well, it was a natural 20.
My AC becomes 21.
Yeah, sorry, natural 20, it's like 23
Oh, brutal. All right.
total. Plus natural 20 for an attack is an auto,
okay.
an auto crit. So 12 points to you. And then the 2 owls for Ovi are, a 5 and a 6. I think plus 3 apiece is, 8 and 9? So the owls do miss you, Ovi.
Did you say this one got damaged?
Yes.
Why?
Because this one had to attack any enemy closest to it.
Nice.
So this frog that Garrett has charmed hurt that frog. All right. It is Bracken's turn. He is going to... Let's see. I'm going to say he's going to come and help with this guy. He's going to do a poison attack. Ooh, and with a natural 8 plus...
What does incapacitated mean?
You can't move and you can't take actions.
But would this be incapacitated?
No. Okay. He does half damage to this red one here, which is actually that's one of Zen's, isn't it? I'm going to say he's going to go after this one instead. That one loses half of its hit points with his attack. Zen actually is very upset by what's going on. You see her trying to call to her pixies and trying to charm them back. And we're going to see what that does on the next turn. See if any of them respond to that. Lorene, though, is in kind of a no-nonsense, like, I hate animals kind of phase. And you see her begin to conjure a storm cloud above you. She's going to strike a lightning strike down here. These 2 owls are going to try and dodge. One of them succeeds, one of them fails. This one gets electrocuted out the wazoo. This one loses about half of its hit points. And you see the kind of storm cloud still swirls as she maintains her concentration. Great, we're back to the top with Indigo and then Delta.
Since I can't move, I'm going to do Burning Hands on Purpley.
Okay. Oof. All right, so Burning Hands, are you just trying to hit this one? 5, 10. You'll hit this one too.
Fine. Yeah.
Now this is one of Zen's pixies. They need to make
Can't really do
dexterity
shit.
saving throws?
Yep.
Zen's saves, but the green one behind does not.
Okay. Is it the same d6s for both of them though?
Well, Zen's would take half damage.
Okay. I rolled an 8.
An 8 total? All right. So Zen's purple is... she's still in her frog form, but she is charred. The one behind, the green one, takes the full 8 and gets to make a saving throw since it took damage. It does not save, so it still is in this frantic everybody's my enemy phase. If you'd like to, at the end of your turn, try to escape the grapple, you can do that using a strength check.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And you have advantage on strength checks because
You're in the aura. Very good.
Love.
So it's a straight roll for you.
Oh yeah, because the exhaustion.
All right, you're next, and then Garrett.
Strength. Saving throw?
Yeah, should be like the top.
Zen is very upset that you...
2?
So you're still grappled by the tongue of this frog, her
You're
frog.
too agile, not strong.
She is very, very upset that you might kill her pixie and just
pixie
yelling
might
at
kill
you.
me.
Like, stop. She doesn't know what she's doing.
That's not going to stop it from killing me.
All right, Delta, your turn, then Garrett.
Okay, I'll just take it.
Am I close enough to these frogs that if I moved it would provoke opportunity attacks?
I mean, you're kind of caught in between these two. So yeah, if you leave this one will attack you. If you try to move that way, that one will.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to still start.
This way?
Yeah,
You want to dash? You could get there.
sure.
Okay, now both of them are going to get opportunity attacks
Well,
on you.
that's not great.
For a 12
No.
and a dirty 20.
Well, yeah.
So you'll take 6 points of damage from this one and actually make a dexterity saving throw for me at disadvantage.
Doesn't sound great.
Oh,
14.
great. So you are not restrained by it, but you do take the 6 points.
Okay. If I just hit 6 damage, does it just take it out of my 10 points?
Yes. All right, Garrett, your turn.
All right, I'm just gonna try to murk this thing right in front of me. I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt just straight at it.
That's Zen's. So this-
Actually, that's probably disadvantage because it's ranged. Like if I know
correct.
the
Well, you're
left of me-
still 5 feet away from it, so it would work.
That'll be okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt. So
Okay.
and because I don't want to mess this. No. There we go. 23 to hit.
23 hits. Ovi's next, and then MacGruber.
That's 12 points of damage.
Dead.
Okay. Actually, 12 points is exactly what the frog's hit points is. So she reverts back to her pixie form with 1 hit point, and you see her. You see this kind of shaking recognition now that she's moved back away from the flowers. You see this like strange confusion in her eyes. I don't know how to change her back, but she's a pixie now.
Okay. And then I would like to.
I don't know how to
Aren't
do
your
this.
pixies like out here?
Yeah, I think they're on the others.
I think I'm just gonna stay put. I guess.
Okay.
Seems like we're just gonna need to kill all these off before we can get the flowers. So.
All right. Ovi and then MacGruber. Oh, did Seth freeze?
He froze.
Sorry. Yep. This hasn't worked yet, but let's give it one more shot. I need the 2 owls in front of me and the owl and the toad below me to all make charisma saving throws. Because I cast Bane. DC 14.
14. All right. The 2 owls in front of you fail. The owl and the toad below you do succeed.
Okay. The ones at the top must roll a d4 and subtract the number from any attack rolls or saving throws they make.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move south back to try to get into the party so I can start healing. So I'll take whatever attack of opportunity they do.
All right, so you can get right in, kind of tucked in here.
Ooh, fun.
Really, only one of the owls will get it. Natural 3, -3, so they get a -3 to their attack. They are incredibly disoriented to what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Okay, MacGruber.
Oh,
sorry. Do you have anything else, Ovi? I'm sorry.
Nope, that was it.
Okay.
I would like to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
It's a 15-foot cube from me.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So you could hit all of these guys. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10. So you could hit owl, toad. If you get right here, I'll let you get this toad in as well.
All right, that works. And it's a Constitution saving throw.
Come on. Save me.
DC 15.
One of them succeeds. You said Constitution?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to say since he's the farthest away, he succeeds back here.
What do you need?
8.
The 8?
Yeah, dude. Where is it?
Didn't you already borrow it?
No, I gave it back.
I've got plenty of 8s if you need them.
Alright, so... they take 11 points of damage and then are pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay. You said 11?
Yeah, and then the one who succeeded takes half, so 5.
Okay.
And then is not pushed.
All right. So let's see. Blue owl is at 11, or is at 1 point. Red owl is at 1 point. This pixie, who is I have named Vixie, reverts to her pixie form and falls to the ground dead. Grayscale, blah, blah, blah. This one gets blown back over here. This one gets blown back over here. And this one takes
5 points.
5
and
points.
Stays.
Oops. Yeah, that's wrong.
Am I
Okay.
not grappled anymore?
You are not grappled anymore because the pixie reverted and fell. All right. Hattie, your turn.
She's
I'm
right
gonna
here.
shoot.
Oh, shit.
Gee, dang it.
I'm gonna shoot.
Okay.
I want to shoot one of the ones that isn't Zen's.
Okay, so you've got a frog here, an
Both
owl
owls
here,
sleeping.
an owl here, a frog, and
A
then
frog. The
So the-
southernmost frog.
Okay, go for it.
Southernmost road.
26 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet.
Crazy. 2 pyramids ass to ass. 10.
10.
Do your
All
second.
right. You get a second shot.
Okay. 22 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage.
Yep. This one's down. Pixie falls. You want Chessie to do anything? Keep running?
Ooh, can she bite that owl?
Bite it.
She can. Yeah.
Chomp, chomp, motherfucker. Let me look at her stats real
Good
quick.
thing the owl is not flying.
Bite +4.
Well, it's swooped. I'm gonna say.
18.
18 hits.
Hit. 2d4 +2. 1. 5. 7.
7. It takes a big chunk out of it.
Is it a creature by chance?
She... Well, that's a good question, Seth. When they're polymorphed, are they considered creatures? Are they considered beasts?
That's your call.
What do you need to know? Why
Well,
are you asking?
if it's a creature, it has to succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Well, it is a creature. It's I'm not sure if it's a beast.
No, it was just a creature. If it's a creature,
It
it's
fails. So Chessie is on it. It's on its back. She has its wings pinned to the ground.
Badass.
That is badass. That is all.
Okay. It is the pixie's turn. Toad's going to bounce down here, go after Macklin. Disoriented birds are going to go here. This guy is going to have to attack the owl. Owl's going to come in here and attack Garrett. As this owl gets farther away from the flowers, you see it start to slow, and it start to kind of get back. It also notices a fallen comrade right here. You see this pixie kind of come to her senses and notice what's going on. I'm going to jump out of turn here, and I'm going to say Zen races to the fallen pixie, grabs her, and this one, and begins to take off away from the flowers. This owl is going to follow her kind of curiously, and actually I'm going to say this one does too. You're not sure if they're necessarily okay, but they are moving out of the fray. She is cradling the dead pixie in her hands. This one will come down. This one will come down. This one can't move. This one will go for OV. This one will go down, but they're baned. So let's go left to right. Let's see. The owl on Chessie is going to try to attack at disadvantage. And Peck, I don't know what Chessie's armor class is. Is it 10 or lower?
Hold on, she's looking.
It's 16.
Okay,
It's-
so the owl, Chessie has got this thing pinned. It can't get away. Garrett, natural 20 for you.
Miss.
For a 23, that's 12 points of piercing damage from the owl. This thing's going to attack its friend here.
Nice.
For an 11, which is actually just shy of what it needed. This one's going to go after Indigo for a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Frog's going to go after Macklin with a 15 to hit. What's your armor class?
16.
All right. Ovi, Owl 1 is 18. 21 minus 2 is 19 to hit.
Minus 4?
A D4? I rolled a 2 on the D4.
Oh, I see.
Right. It was a natural 18.
Sorry. Yeah.
So first, you get 6 points of damage from left owl. Man, I rolled a natural 19. So the other one's going to hit as well for
Excited to see
6
that.
points.
Okay.
It's okay.
And that's theirs turn. Bracken is going to pull out its dagger and is going to take out this guy who was already hurt. Doesn't really need much more than that. And is going to fly up to assist Ovi. Lorene is going to fire a lightning bolt right here to try to hit all 3 of them. They're going to need to make saving throws. Against her spell save DC, all 3 of them fail.
Nice.
And actually, I think that Call Lightning is more than enough to take out all of them. They failed pretty bad. This one is with the ring. Okay. And then Zen is doing her own thing. All right, so we are, just to be clear, we have 1 pinned owl and 2 pinned owls over here. That's left on the board. It's Indigo's turn, and then Delta. Indigo is here.
I'm close, within 120, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so let's do a firebolt.
Okay.
And what I rolled was a 7.
7 total?
Yeah.
7 misses. As you're kind of trying to shake off the frog slime, you fire and it goes wide. Anything else you want to do? You have movement and bonus action.
No, I'm good.
You're good? The Delta? Then Garrett.
I just want to keep, since Chessie has this owl under
Okay.
control.
You make it to a flower.
Just with my normal movement. Can I use my action to
You
pick
can
it?
just pick it. You don't have to use
Okay.
your action to pick it.
That's great. Then I would like to dash to another flower.
Okay? Okay, I'll let you get both of these on
Okay.
this turn. So you have 2 flowers.
Okay. We have 4 total, right? Because Seth just got 2.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Garrett, your turn. And then Obi.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile to try to hit all these owls.
Beautiful.
Wow.
What is it? 1d4 plus 1 per missile. Is that right?
It is, yeah. I'm going to do it at 2nd level because that's all I have left. So I get
Okay.
I get 4 darts. So
I will
we'll do-
tell you of the owls that are left. This one is hurt the most, and one of these is at half. I don't remember which one. So full power, half life, half life.
All right, let's send 1 at the one with Jesse, 2 at the left one up top, and then 1 at the right one.
Okay, sounds good. Roll the 1d. So we have 4 d4s.
Do I do them like individually? Like
Technically,
one
yes.
card?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll tell you, they have 6, 5 plus 1, 6 hit points, 6 plus 1, 7 hit points, and 12 plus 1, 13 hit points. 6, 7, 13 is what you're working with. So you can like keep missiles going until you eliminate one if you want.
Oh, great. Okay. Then yeah, let's start with the one that.
Jesse has? Great.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, just roll damage. You don't have to roll attacks for these.
So
Yes,
5
we're done.
off that first dart to the Jesse's.
5 becomes a
Yep.
pixie.
I'm gonna move on to the next one then.
Okay.
4
Okay.
and 4,
Okay, so that one's dead.
and then the last one, 4 again.
4. All right, so it's down to 8. All right. Anything else you want to do? Can you roll a d20 for me?
Yep. I'm good.
Okay.
Uh,
Ovi? Oh,
I was
sorry.
gonna say I'm just gonna move towards the middle, but it sounds like initiative's gonna end soon. So
Yep. All right, Ovi, what do you want to do?
Read
Um,
the room, game.
I'm actually just going to keep walking away from this owl, and I will, with 15 feet of movement, probably just, make it right there and give MacGruber a good game on the ass and cast Cure Wounds just at first level. And you get 12 points of healing.
Oh, nice. Well done. For a level 1, Cure Wounds?
Sorry, that would have been level 2. Sorry, I messed that up.
Still, that's great. All right. Anything else?
Oh no, that was a level 1 because I rolled 8 plus 4. So
Great. Beautiful.
That's bow. Nope, we're good. That's it.
All right. MacGruber?
Feeling invigorated, I would like to now shoot said blue owl.
Okay.
$11 to hit.
Just misses. Just misses.
Ooh.
Probably almost hits bracket.
Hattie, you want to take it out?
The one that Chessie's on top of?
No, that's a pixie now. There's one owl left up here that MacGruber just missed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Make it look
Show them
easy.
how it's done.
16 to hit.
That hits.
Yeet.
4.
Oh! It becomes a pixie with 1 hit point, and it is coming at you if you want to fire one more time.
It is coming at me.
Yes.
yeah.
Did we say that when they get away from the flowers, they get better?
They seem to.
I just want to then hold my action to, like, dip out of the way.
Okay.
If it,
Good. Let's come out of initiative and say that both of the pixies, this one is still fairly close to a flower.
I
This
want
one,
Jessie to carry that one, like, kind of away from it and then just, like, yeet it.
you want it to see if it gets better? Is that what you're saying? Or you want it to tear it up?
No, I want her to throw it away from the flower.
Okay. She throws it away. You see this pixie kind of start to shake itself from its reverie. And as this one gets close, you see it as you all are kind of holding actions as it's flying towards you. It starts to slow. And you see it kind of start taking some breaths of some clean air. And it seems to come to its senses and look around. And then one darts off, one darts off.
I want to go get as many flowers as I can.
All right, as you go, you begin collecting flowers kind of furiously. What I will tell you is Delta and Ovi, as you are starting to realize that the threat is over, you do hear some sobbing coming from behind you as Zen is cradling the fallen pixie. The other owl fairy pixies have kind of reverted, and they're all kind of crouched over the body of
Freaking MacGruber.
Pixie.
I'm still getting the flowers.
Would Cure Wounds bring it back, or is it like dead?
It's in a few seconds she will be dead.
I would like to go and cast Cure Wounds
Yeah, that'd
on
be-
Vixie.
Probably a good thing for you to do.
And we've said in the past that it's kind of like a syringe.
Correct, yeah.
Tiny syringe. Dang.
It's not the size of the syringe that matters.
Given that it only has 1 hit point, I won't make you roll for Cure Wounds. And actually, you pour so much healing magic into this thing that it defibrillates it back to life, basically. You see her just basically like flash bling glow as all this healing energy goes into her. You see her clothes are still kind of scorched, but you see all of just this sigh of relief from the other pixies and from Zen, who's just really overwhelmed about all that's happening, and she's just exhausted alongside all of you.
I come and bring a flower to each person because each person has their own eggs, so...
As you pass around the flowers, you all crack at eggs, shove the flower in, and chug it. It is exactly what it feels like it would taste like. It is yolky and grassy and whatever. But as you choke it down, all of a sudden you feel your heartbeat slow down into a normal range. While you don't necessarily feel stronger, you feel like the thing that has been draining you of your energy has been stopped. And all of you sit down and begin to take deep breaths as you feel your body begin the work of slowly healing and resting. And you realize very, very quickly that you have completed the Witherbloom trial.
Do we still have to walk like...
I'm gonna look. I would like to look across our little circle at Hattie and just say, you and Delta really came through for this. I was going to really try to help you look good in this session since you all did great. I didn't mean to do it by being like incompetent, but I think you really stepped up. So with that, I'm going to cast Healing Word on you for...
On Hattie?
15, on Hattie for 15, and then I can give you a lower, but but I'll have to cure wound. Oh no, I can do another Healing Word on you.
What is the healing word?
Word.
Yo.
Word.
Do we still have to walk on
I forgot how cool Ovi was.
Here's there's a couple of things that I want to point out. As you are taking your rest, Delta, with your high perception, you notice a flash of pink across the way. You're not sure if you saw it or if there was some just like refracted reflections.
It's the pink's cake.
But it's hot pink, and you definitely caught it out of the corner of your eye, and you know you did.
Can I pocket one of these flowers?
You can. So Pixie's parasol should, I think it might be in there. And Hattie, I'll just remind you, your amulet is still slowly kind of spinning under your shirt.
Would I have seen where the pink goes?
You're going to have to get more actively involved now if you want to.
Because I would like to go after it.
So make
Am I feeling better?
investigation. You are feeling better. You are still exhausted. Now, if you want help, you are welcome to ask for that. You still all have exhaustion.
It's investigation?
Mm-hmm.
16?
16. Just can't seem to find it.
Can
Get out of here.
please show Bracken my necklace discreetly?
Yep.
Like, it kinda
He looks
like
at
you're
you. His
flashing
eyes
at
get big. He remembers, right? He knows. Would he have known about this? Right?
So glad we made
His
it.
eyes get big. He's like, has this been doing this whole time?
Just since we got to this area.
Well, I mean, what was happening last time when it did this?
I can't specifically remember. I wrote it down, but I wrote it too vaguely to actually remember what it was that was happening, as it turns out.
When you were
share my
given
Sin Zero?
this, when you received this, it was right after the battle with Kithri, after the ritual.
Okay.
As you returned home, it went inert and became a beautiful kind of amulet.
I just remembered that the last time this was happening was after we battled Kithri when she ripped a portal into the Upside Down.
So, what are you saying? Are you saying that there's a portal to the negative plane near here?
I mean, I don't think we can rule that out as a possibility.
Shit. What do you... I mean, do you want to come back?
I feel like we have to, right?
We definitely should. I feel like we're all pretty banged up right now. Like,
Yeah, we would definitely need to come back after a long rest.
okay. Yeah. Here's what I will do for the sake of narrative. You do not need to fight and trek your way all the way back, but you are okay. And you can fairly expeditiously get you, now that you've kind of seen this map, I'm going to say you make it back to, actually, this is so much cooler. Let's do this. As soon as you finish your the trial and all of you are cured, one of the trees that you see near them opens up like an eyeball, and a portal back to the. Come on, that's way cooler, right?
Classic dungeon. There's
You
always a
basically,
quick
and
out.
through the portal, you see the deans, the professors, kind of the tree.
I wonder if Lorene has good hearing and would have heard the word negative plane.
I'm going to say they were far enough away and discreet enough, and I think she is exhausted enough that I'm going to say that she did not.
Nice try.
What I will say is, so here's what will happen. The two deans
OMG.
are waiting there. Dean Willowdusk has kind of her cane. The fly-covered stench cloud that is Dean Osmagod are both there. And as you all step through the portal, clearly weary, they look at you, and Dean Willowdusk is the first to speak up. Welcome back, all of you. You did exceptionally well. I hope that you learned what you must about Witherbloom and developed both a respect for nature but also a celebration of living alongside and beside the things that grow and the things that live.
Sure, I'm glad to
You
be
do get
alive.
a kind of, for however you're able to read the expression of Osmagod, she's a little disappointed that all of you made it. But Willowdusk looks over, and Crispin is there, the satyr, and they've set up a little table with a teapot on it. And as soon as you step through, they begin pouring little cups of tea and start handing it to you. And in this kind of soft but kind of dark, deeper voice, they just firmly, trust me, this will make you feel better.
I definitely don't drink it first.
As Bracken, Zinmoira, they immediately, you see the light come back in their eyes. You see them straighten up a little bit.
Okay.
It has begun the process of escalating their reduction of exhaustion, basically. You don't have to drink it if you don't want to, but those of you that do, you immediately begin to feel better. You immediately will lose one level of exhaustion, and as you do your long rest, it'll double the speed at which you recover from
What were
that
we at?
exhaustion. You're at 2.
Two, okay.
So,
One.
yeah. I mean, I had kind of prepared for you to be more, but you slept, so, you know.
That's how confident we were.
You are able to get your speed back. Your abilities still feel little foggy, but you can feel your body's healing. You're feeling a little bit better. The directions that you are given is that to go rest tomorrow. Let's see, what time of day did we say it was? We actually said it was about 6 o'clock. So I'm going to say, as you gather into carriages and you make your way back to the central campus, you all are the last to arrive at a barbecue. And right outside of the dorms, there are all of your classmates that are there. There are a collection of professors and deans that you've met along the way. This is kind of a celebration of the end of the trials. And
only one day passed.
So yes, this would have taken you. You had 2 days total. So this is the second evening. So it's like you started on a Friday morning and Saturday night. As you near the festivities, you see a number of individuals that you recognize. And waiting for you are your parents or parental figures.
Wow, Mom.
The first thing that you notice...
Oh my God. Let's go!
Let's break this down kind of one at a time here. The first thing that you notice, and Ovi, none of this is a surprise to you, the electricity in the group is clearly centered around these two vivacious personalities that are just regaling people with stories and charming them. You see these lavender eyes and these just friendly demeanors. Vishara and Navi here in the bottom left. Wow. They are surrounded by a group of people. They don't see you initially as they are engaged.
Yep.
Wait, these are Ovi's parents or parental figures?
These are Ovi's parents here.
They're not as sexy as I imagined.
Those are the sex beings?
They're clothed right now. Wait for it.
I didn't say sex fiends. They're very nice and political and
Are they swingers?
Oh, obvious, yeah.
100%, right?
However, the figure that makes their move first is a figure that's clearly a little bit on the outside, kind of starting to take stock of who's in the room. And this figure walks up to you, Garrett, and says, you made it, did you?
Yeah, I did. It's great to see you.
Yeah. So, what's this all about? You've been making friends here.
Yeah, you know me. I'm friendly. I just love getting to know people.
Boy, do you know who that is? That right there is the Maharaja. And he points to Rampart and his elephantine parents. He's like, and those over there, those are the Grubers. And he points to this blonde couple up here. He's like, do you know these people?
That's
I mean,
so nice.
kind of. Yeah, I know. I don't know their family, but I know.
Well, come on in. You need to get me an introduction. Where's Sirs? And he looks around, and you see Sirs over there. And he runs over and whispers into Sir's ear. Sirs looks at him, nods, and kind of goes behind a corner. He comes back out in the figure of this beautiful blonde woman, takes Mikas' hand, and they come back to you, and Mikas looks down, and he's like, all right then, introduce us.
Who?
Is Garrett part fairy?
Who'd you want to meet?
Let's start with them. The blonde, the Grubers. You can't tell me you don't know who they are.
Sure. Yeah. Let me. Wait.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Who are the blondes?
The Grubers.
The Grubers. Who are
The Grubers.
Yeah. My friend McGruber here. And are these your parents, McGruber?
I'm just like busy like straightening up my clothes. Like, yeah, sorry.
Ryan and Philippe come up to you and are.
Ryan and Philippe.
You can tell that they are attracting attention.
Yeah.
But they see you and you become their kind of top priority. And to be clear, Ovi's parents, it's not very long before they notice you as well. We'll come back to them. But they come up and your mom gives you a big hug. Put your hands on your face and or face in her hands. And Macklin, darling, how are you? Are you okay? You look tired.
It's been a long week.
Yes.
An exciting week. I'm glad to be here, but I didn't expect you to be here.
Well, we were told to keep that a surprise, assuming all went well, that we would come and congratulate you on the end of the trials.
And I said, excuse my manners, and Garrett's right to my side, and it's like, I'd like to meet some of my friends over the course. Of course, this is my friend Garrett Gamage, and Garrett's parents.
As soon as your dad, as soon as Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Reaches out, Mikas intercepts. Hi, how are you, Mikas? And this is my wife, Giselle, and we are just so proud of our little guy and all he's done. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And they kind of look back like, okay, you see them kind of going into handshaking mode, all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, well, welcome. Nice to meet you and Garrett. Please, it'd be a great pleasure to hear more about what you have in the works. I know me and my wife would love to have a meal with you at some point, talk about some of the projects that you have in the works, and just share about our two strapping young men and all that they have accomplished this week. Surely we could celebrate together. Yes.
Garrett's going to interrupt and be like, "Oh, we don't need to talk. They're just seeing MacGruber. They haven't seen him in a long time."
Nonsense. What's a better way to make some friends and meal together? Look, we can go right over there. They got a table. Please, I insist.
I want to whisper to Garrett, is Sirs your mom?
Yeah, I would like to kind of usher my parents to meet the rest of the party. Like, we'll see you at the dinner table, but they have to make the rounds.
Yes, plenty of people to meet. We'll touch base here in just a minute after our little reunion is over.
And then after they kind of show, I apologize to my parents. Like, sorry, there's a lot of unique characters about, so brace yourself.
Mikas and the blonde sirs make their way, and you can see them kind of whispering to each other. You get the sense they're probably kind of plotting their next strategic social move, but kind of wait on the fringes to do this. Going back to Ovi real quick, as soon as your mom sees you, I mean, everyone in the vicinity hears this, like, you're back, you did it. I mean, they race to you. I mean, this warm family hug. Your dad's patting you on the back, and your mom's just kind of looking at you, kind of immediately. Are you okay? How are you doing? All this stuff. Like, tell me everything. Like, they've forgotten about the rest of the world.
I would say Ovi immediately, probably for the first time, does a really bad job at acting. Like, he's trying to act cool, but is clearly eating it up and really enjoys the attention, but it's been really good. It's been really good. Met some quality people here, and it's more challenging than I thought. Didn't know you were coming.
But you're here. You're here. Yeah. You made it. Yeah. Come. Like, you've got to tell us everything. Thank you all. We'll be right back. We have to catch up with our son.
As we start to walk away, I'm going to look over at Garrett and telepathically just say, what the fuck? Is Sirs pretending to be your stepmom? Is that a thing?
I told you he's sketchy.
Yeah, okay. We're going to talk. I feel like this is not okay. Okay.
The meeting we all really want to talk about are the fairies. And from opposite sides of the crowd, as you come in, you see these red-haired figures come, and the four of you all converge at the same time and just all look at each other.
Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it?
Maura makes the first move, and
Yeah.
she goes, Delta, darling, you've
Hi, Mom.
made it. It's clearly we have some things to discuss.
Dad?
Nick?
Dad, is that what we need to talk about?
And he looks at the both of you. It's like, Maura and Hattie. And he comes over to you. He reads your body language. I'm assuming the face you're making is Hattie's face right now. And he kind of looks sheepishly like, I'm really glad to see you and I'm really glad you're okay, but surprise.
Got some explaining.
I want to do one of those hugs where like someone squeezes your body and you just like stay.
Go rigid.
Yeah, like, I don't want to be a part of this.
He doesn't give you more than you clearly want. And he's like, he looks at Delta, and you see this kind of loving look in his eyes, like for whatever emotion he's trying to process. I mean, you are technically his daughter too.
Oh, correct.
He looks at you, and he's putting the pieces together, and so all pretense begins to drop, and he says, Hattie, I never thought we were going to be in this position. This arrangement was kind of made to let us live, but obviously you've met
here.
your sister,
Fun.
and this is Maura Yellrose. This is your mother.
Do not accept this super chill introduction, but thank you.
Yeah, I assumed you probably wouldn't take this well.
Wait, can we have a narratively fantastic moment where Chessie realizes what's going on too, please?
Yes, you tell me, how would Chessie want to respond to this? Because the only person now that Chessie hasn't met is Maura.
Yeah, I feel like Chessie's doing the
Wait,
Like-
what?
It's probably a lot of sniffing and the kind of one paw up,
yeah, and then sniffs Delta and sniffs the mom and sniffs her again.
but intrusively in the middle of all of you, right? Clearly having no social cues, just trying to figure out what is going on.
Yes. And then just a little bork. Bork.
Nick looks at you and said, I know we have plenty to talk about, but are you okay?
In what regard?
I mean, first, I guess physically.
I mean, I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah, we can get you. He starts to frantically look around, kind of going into dad mode of great, I can fix something, and goes to try to figure out what he would do to kind of address this. What did you say? Wait?
I want to pull him over to the side really quick and ask him about this necklace.
He looks at you. He's like, it has stopped moving at this point.
Right.
What about that? Isn't that the one that Grandmother Bells has worn?
Yeah, so it was moving after our encounter in the woods, and then it was just moving again during part of our Witherbloom trial.
Wow. Okay, did Grandmother Bells explain that?
Obviously no, of course no. Did she ever explain anything?
No. Yeah, stupid question.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe next time I see her I can ask, but I don't know when to expect her again.
It's okay, I think we have a way to talk to her. Also, side note, if you saw a bunch of goats on a hill and then a small one took out a big one, you would think that was a sign from nature, right?
That doesn't sound horribly unusual.
You know what? Never mind. Let's just go back to this weird family thing we're doing. Let's just get back in the middle of that.
I'm looking around and like seeing if the food's being served like buffet style, like if anybody's starting to eat, like making my way.
Everyone's
to
eating.
the buffet.
All of the classmates. Ollie's there. You do notice that Ollie and Jordy and a couple of other people, they've lost their revivify. Like so their cloaks have turned from black to gray. But they do look up at you. But as you kind of wander around, realizing that nobody has really shown up for you, you do see with your perception. And can we just go like 1 minute over while I do this cute little moment?
Yes.
You do hear a kind of like a message, a psycho message in your head. And she's like, Indigo, look up. I'm over here. And as you're talking to me in my mind, it's Tana's voice. And from the kind of tucked behind, way out, kind of way to the side, back behind where no one would really see, you see this gnomish young woman there, and she calls you over, and she looks up at you. You see this, and you've seen this once before. You see this kind of silvery mist coming out of her back. You'll remember Professor Grimiak had that same thing. You would conclude that she's astral projecting here. She looks up at you. She says, "Hey, listen. How are you? First of all, I'm so glad. I'm not allowed to be here, but I figured like we're the only family that we really have, and I didn't want you to show up and not have anyone here to celebrate with you.
I've done really well in almost all the trials. I hope I've done enough in, oh my gosh, the one.
Quandrix.
In the good one.
I'm sure you did great. Yeah, you're so good, and you made it all the way here. Like,
yeah, that last one was really tough, but it was, kind of fun, like a challenge.
Good.
I'm looking at Ollie. He doesn't look so good. I'm going to have to check in with him. I'll probably eat with him.
Well, hopefully, Ollie can kind of focus on what he does best now. Like, these trials really are meant to kind of weed people out, but I really do think that he's done okay. I mean, he's so good at artificery. Like, I think he'll find his spot here, and I just want to wish you the best of luck, and I wanted to give you a little graduation. It's not really graduation, but like celebration of the trials. Like, I made this for you. And she pulls out this little, it's a kind of a hand brace that an archer kind of would use. But it's got kind of some runes sewn into the fist. I don't have this item on here, but basically she says, I know that you're a fire user, but I also know that you're really good at, you don't prefer the weapons side of things, but this is going to really help you with your precision. Basically what this will do is let you use Firebolt with your sneak attack. Awesome. So normally that would exclusively be for weapons. It will basically allow you to, if you want to use Firebolt, now you can add whatever sneak attack damage, as long as all the other parameters apply for that. Cool. But as you do this, it's kind of got this cool little kind of around these two fingers and goes kind of gracefully up your wrist here.
Thank you so much.
You're going to do great, and I know. I just want to tell you this is just the beginning, but I hope it's the adventure that you really want.
Well, I hope it's safe here, and I hope the world's safe.
It's not safe here. It's not.
Yeah, I'm realizing
and don't ever think that it is. But that doesn't mean it's not a good place with good people. And I think you're, like we talked about, like you're here for a reason. Like, find these pieces of the Statera Opus, and you're gonna give Strixhaven a chance.
Okay, just here to save the world. No pressure.
You can see her form start to fade a little bit. She's like, I have to go, but just know I'm really, really proud of you.
Thanks for coming, and I reach for her.
As you do that, you kind of have that one moment where you can feel, and then she kind of the projection fades.
I'll get food and sit with Ollie and catch up with him.
Great. All right, we'll stop there for tonight, and we'll pick up where we want to go next. Now, here's what I'll tell you. The last really thing that would happen before you're kind of on your own is this freshman challenge. And so I will give you a day, but we'll start next session. You're going to start to get some details about that. If that's something that you want to pursue, if you all agree that there are some more urgent things, you can. I will tell you, I will give you all the details of the challenge because you might find it gives you access to some answers to some questions that you need or get you to some places. But you can tell me what you want to do. So be thinking about options and kind of what the next steps would logically be. But next session, I'll give you those details and you can decide. That sound good?
Tuesday?
And yes, we're on for Tuesday. Is that right? Now you're going to be in the Puerto Rico, right? So why don't you just text me and let me know kind of standing directions for Indigo. I won't play her and I won't kill her in any way, but just kind of some standing, how she can help the party, whatever kind of they decide. Okay. Does that sound good? All right,
Jimmy,
folks.
can you tell me, please, what fucked up shit you typed into an AI generator to get Osmogod?
That is actually from the DM guide. That's from the actual book.
Okay.